Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 25 February 2021, Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We have 38 sale items for your consideration tonight, so I'm going to have to go quickly. Before we get to the inventory, a little bit of housekeeping. I'm going to post on the screen for you in just a few moments the terms of the sale. Those are the rules by which we play on Thursday night. Please be familiar with them and agreeable to them if you're going to participate tonight. I will also reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you're new, please watch that before you get involved in the fray of the feeding frenzy, which is the Apostle P Thursday night knife sale. Second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move some of your collection along, please watch that. Before you contact me, it will answer most of your questions, I think. And then the third link is, as always, to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So you'll see those 3 links in the description, then the terms of the sale. Below all that will be the extensive list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps and pricing. Regarding pricing, the number to the left of the slash is your as shown price. The number to the right is the price of the knife with an Apostle P edge. And the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight will be done tomorrow, Friday the 26th, and will ship with all the as shown inventory. If you're outside that first 6, expect your knife to ship in about 3 weeks. Oh, if you see the word sold in lieu of pricing in that inventory list, no need to send an email. That knife is bought, paid for, as a new owner. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Time to get the terms up on the screen. We'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We have miles to go before we sleep, so we better get going. First up, we've got some leftovers from last week. The first 3 of which are all going to be from Steel Sharp Knives by Frank Velez. The first leftover from last week is a knife we are calling the Steel Sharp 4 3/4 inch spear point, fashioned of 1095 steel. And here it is in its leather look Kydex sheath. 4 3/4 inch blade. 1095 satin finish. We've got a little maker's oil on that blade. The handle is Paddock wood. P-A-D-A-U-K. I have no idea how to pronounce that. The pins are brass. The lanyard tube is copper. Blade length is 4 3/4. Handle is 4 7/8. Kind of Frank's take on a Kephart, but pretty beefy. The stock 3/16 of an inch. Nice high saber grind. Nicely made. It is brand new from the maker. It does come in that leather look Kydex sheath with the tech lock. We ran this last week at $150. Didn't sell. We dropped it on Saturday to $130. It's still here. Somebody gets to take this bad boy home this week for $110. $110 like it is, $130 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Steel Sharp 4 3/4 inch spear point. Next up, another one from, Steel Sharp Knives by Frank Velez. This knife we're calling the Steel Sharp Farrier Rasp Sheep's Foot. This knife, fashion of an old farrier rasp. That's a file for you guys not familiar with woodworking. This one also comes in a Kydex sheath with a tech lock. Really cool little knife, guys. Acid washed farrier rasp. Blade length on this one is going to be 2 5/8. The handle 4 1/8 inch of toxic green G10. Brass pins. Super neat little utility knife in hand. Blade length is 2 5/8 inches. The handle 4 1/8. Brass pins. Nice little sort of sub hilt. Very presentable, I think. Nicely done. This one is brand new from the maker. We ran this last week at $115. No takers. Dropped it down to $100 on Saturday. Still here this week. $90. $90 like it is $105 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Steel Sharp Farrier Rasp Sheep's Foot. Next up, and our last offering from Steel Sharp by Frank Velez. This one we will call the Steel Sharp 3 1/4 inch Utility. This comes in the fold-over style Kydex sheath with tech lock. Inside is this thing. The blade steel on this one is going to be 15 and 20, just 60 thousandths thick, a 1/16 of an inch. 3 1/4 inch blade with a really dark acid stonewash. 4 1/4 inch handle of brown canvas micarta with red liners and brass pins. Really nice knife in hand, and oh, what a slicer, I think. And a nice maker's edge on this one from Frank. It is like new from maker, brand new from maker. This is the first time this knife's ever been sold. We ran this one last week at $110. Didn't sell. We dropped it down to $98 on Saturday. It's still here. This week, somebody gets to own this knife for $85, 85, and $105 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as the Steel Sharp 3 1/4 inch Utility. Next up, it's kind of a mystery knife from Europe. So it is a Laguiole knife. And Laguiole is a region and a style in France. I do not know the maker. I was unable to discern that in my research, but it's a pretty neat knife. 4 5/8 inches closed, and these Laguioles are known for their file work on the back spring. This one's got brass inlays and some kind of wood. I'm not sure what that is. And then brass bolsters and end caps. The length on this is 4 5/8 inches closed. You'll see on the tang stamp that it's 440 stainless. We're not sure what variant. The steel type and the maker's mark are stamped into the blade. Cam tang action. About, I don't know, a 7.5 pull. Locks up nice and snug. A little bit of side play, but not much. Centering is going to be off. Condition on this one, we'll say, I don't know, excellent to near mint, no box. It's kind of a mystery, so we're going to sell. We offered this last week for $40. No takers. Dropped it to $30 on Saturday. Still here. So this week, $25. Shipped priority mail. $25. $45 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. And that's in your inventory as the Laguiole slip joint. Next up, I can't believe this knife made it through last week's sale. Check it out, guys. This is a piece of history right here. The Benchmade 5000S Auto Presidio. This is the deeply textured, aggressively textured, hard black anodized aluminum handled automatic variety, the Presidio. It's got the painted Emerson style clip. So you get the spine safety, which locks it closed or open. And then it is an auto axis. So you just pull back on the axis bar and out she flies. This is the full-size Auto Presidio, 154 cm steel, combo edge. Just a little bit of carry wear on the handle and on the clip. Doesn't come with a box, but I'll tell you what, it hasn't been used much. Very little to no edge wear. It is a discontinued and out-of-stock knife. Last web pricing I could find was $220. We ran this last week at $140. It didn't sell, so we dropped it to $120 on Saturday. Still here. Somebody gets to take this one home for $105 shipped. Priority mail. $105, guys, on the Benchmade 5000S Auto Presidio. $125 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available. That, guys, is maybe the buy of the sale. Next up, onto the fresh stuff. This one, ooh, I unsnapped it, but trust me, the snaps work great. There we go. This is from Gerber, Portland, Oregon, USA. And the knife we're looking at is a relatively current offering. It's the Gerber Strongarm field knife. Blade steel on this is 420 HC, 4 3/4 inches of combo edge blade. And I think Gerber lists this as a ceramic coating. So I'm not sure. It doesn't look like Cerakote. It doesn't quite look like DLC. And then the handle is sort of their modern equivalent of alumahide. So the handle is aluminum cast onto the full tang knife. You see the exposed tang with the impact device in the lanyard hole. And then it has a soft, rubbery overmold on that aluminum. They used to make something in the 70s called alumahide. This is very similar. And then it comes in the molded plastic and ballistic nylon sheath. Excellent retention. And then snaps for good measure. Nice package, made in the United States of America. You can buy these new at a variety of online retailers for about $70, or just buy this one near mint, no box, with sheath, $48. $48 like it is. $68 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight. It's the Gerber Strongarm field knife. Next up, oh guys, I told you there were going to be some rare and discontinued knives, and this is the first one. Comes in the ballistic nylon sheath, but it is a folder, Molly compatible, designed by William Harsey for Lone Wolf knives. This is the Lone Wolf Harsey T3 S30V steel, 4 3/4 inches of bayonet ground drop point. The handle, nicely molded FRN, stainless steel liner lock. Everything's bead blasted on this knife. The handle on the T3 is 5 7/8 inches. Huge phosphor bronze washers in the pivot. Beautiful action. Well, if you get on the thumb stud. For such a huge knife, it's really quite amazing. Buttery, buttery smooth. Centering on the Harsey T3 is doggone near perfect. Lock up. Looks like it's got a little bit of lock rock, but Nothing to worry about. Rock solid side to side. Condition on this one, guys, is going to be near mint with sheath, no box. Obviously, the knife is discontinued because Lone Wolf no longer exists. I did some quick pricing reference on completed listings on eBay. Guys, these are selling for, not listed for, between $300 and $600. Your price on this one, $250, $250, then $270 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Lone Wolf Harsey T3. Next up, got one from Gerber. This is a pretty interesting knife. It kind of looks like a blur on steroids. This is the Gerber Icon Tanto. So the handle is hard anodized black aluminum with TrackTech type inserts. Tip up right hand only pocket clip. I could not find the steel type listed for this knife, which leads me to believe it might be 425M, but I really don't know. Nice Tanto blade, 4 1/4 inches long, combo edge Tanto, kind of a smoky gray coating. Stainless steel liner lock, and I think it's rock solid. Blade centering on the icon, perfect. Action with a high mount thumb stud is a little sticky, but I bet if you got good at it. Yeah. Not an expensive knife. We'll call this one near mint, no box. They're discontinued, not a stock everywhere. This one can be yours. 25 bucks. $25 like it is, and we'll sharpen it for 20. What the heck? $45 sharpened. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That is the Gerber Icon Tanto. Okay, next up, guys, we have what I think might be the buy of the sale. Have you ever seen a Buck 112 Ranger David Yellow Horse Custom that's been a user? Well, this one has. It absolutely has. Got some carry wear, but nothing serious in the brass. Notice the engraving in the brass bolsters and end caps. Turquoise, mother of pearl, brass, and what I think might be, just by the way it has oxidized over the years, desert ironwood. Blade centering pretty good. Nice smooth action, rock solid lockup. Very nice. And then the Yellow Horse Maker's mark down in that end cap. Very cool. Now, guys, if you've priced these things, you know to find one of these in any kind of condition under 200 bucks is rare. Oh, and by the way, by the tang stamp, 1 dot on either side of the model number. That makes this knife between 1974 and 1980, which means it's 440C. So you know how hard it is to find one of these under 200 bucks. This one, because it's been a bit of a user, $150, guys. $150, like it is. $170 with an Apostle PH. That is the Buck 112 Ranger Yellow Horse. Next up. This is a cool knife. I kind of just want to keep this one. I don't know, man. Oh, check it out. That is an Italian stiletto. Lever lock. Automatic. Made by AKC. And it's the Bill. Yes, his last name is really Deshivs. No kidding. And they call this the AKC Leverletto. How about that? So it's a single edge spear point blade with a nice swedge. 3 3/8 inches of blade, 4.5 inches of handle, and the handle is clad in what they call Brazilian horn. So it looks like buffalo horn to me. Then you got, nickel silver hardware. Kind of works for lefties too. Check it. Yeah. No problem at all, just operating that lever lock with the index finger. Really cool knife. I'm going to call this one, and by the way, don't know the blade steel. It's stainless steel. Pretty cool knife. These are out of stock right now everywhere that I checked. When they were available, they had web pricing of about $90. This one can be yours. We'll call it near mint, no box. $65, 65. $85 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. And if you're one of the first 6 to buy a sharpened knife tonight, it'll ship tomorrow, Friday the 26th. That's in your inventory as AKC Leverletto. Next up, got a little run of traditional slip joint pocket knives. The first one comes to us from Great Eastern Cutlery, Ti-Lite, PA, USA, from their Northfield unexcelled premium pocket knife line. And we have a number 141118 in dark red jigged bone. That is the number 14 Lick Creek. This one appears to be an SFO, special factory order by DLT Trading, thus the oak leaf shield. Lined bolsters, plain end caps, single clip point blade, long pull cut swedge, polished finish. Pull a solid 7 on this one. Perfect walk and talk. Perfect centering. Condition on this one, we're going to call near mint to like new. There might be a little storage wear in that bolster polish, but other than that, beautiful. Your price on this one, guys, is going to be $165, $165, $180 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Northfield number 14 Lick Creek. Next up, another one from Great Eastern, another Northfield unexcelled premium pocket knife. Inside the tube, we have a number 190120 Little Rattler in Sambar Stag. Look at this little beauty. What an awesome watch pocket knife. It looks like a mini 38. In fact, 19. Half of 38. Polished lion bolsters and end caps. Pinched at the ends. Gorgeous Sambar Stag. Let's take a look at the match. Kind of hard to see because of the light and dark. Let's flip it over. There you get a little better picture. Nicely done. Inside that handle, you have that little beauty. Little tiny Warncliffe blade. Now the closed length on this is only 2 3/4 inches, so that blade length's probably, what, 2 1/4? One thing I will point out is the polish is a little wonky on the pile side of the blade. Right through here above my thumbnail. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but just a little funny spot. Not a scratch, just a funny spot in the polish. Pull on this one is about a 5, but perfect walk and talk. And centering is dead down the middle. Condition on this is going to be near mint to like new in box. This is in your inventory as GEC Northfield, number 19 Little Rattler Stag. Your price on this one, $140. And if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge, it'll be $155. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. The GEC Northfield, number 19 Little Rattler. Next up, another Great Eastern Cutlery product. This of their Ti-Lite Cutlery line. Another number 19. This is the 190120 in red coral canvas micarta. It will ship with a number 19 Little Rattler button. And here's the knife. The red coral canvas and the hardware all matte finished or satin finished. You have the shield. About a 5.5 pull on this one with the little rattler etch in that satin finish blade. Beautiful walk and talk. Beautiful centering. Condition on this one's going to be like new in tube with button. Your price, $85, guys. $85. And then $100 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Ti-Lite, number 19, Little Rattler, micarta. Next up, a big beautiful knife here. Another one from the Ti-Lite Cutlery line from GEC. This is a number 23 Pioneer, model number 235120L in woodland micarta. It will ship with the number 23 Pioneer button. And here is the knife. The woodland micarta is kind of that muslin micarta that they jig and then torch a little bit to get that coloration and texture. So we're going to have satin nickel silver hardware with the shield. Single big beautiful drop point blade. Satin finished, drawn swedge, nail nick in the Pioneer etch. I don't know if you caught that, but the pull 8.5 to 9. Gator snap and a liner lock. How about that? Yeah. Walk and talk are beautiful. The centering right down the middle. Oh, by the way, the closed length on these 4.5 inches, guys. So you got darn near 4 inches of drop point blade there. Condition on this one is going to be near mint to like new in tube with button. Your price, $115, $115, $135 with an ApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening is available if you're one of the first 6 tonight. That's in your inventory as GEC Ti-Lite number 23 Pioneer Trapper micarta. I'm reaching a long way. Next up, oh no, it's a house of cards. I told you I was reaching a long way. Oh, next up, wow guys, what a beauty. From Great Eastern, Northfield, unexcelled premium pocket knives. It's another number 23 Pioneer Trapper, model 235120L. This one in mesquite wood. Special factory order by Mac from Collector Knives. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? 4.5 inch handle clad in stunning mesquite with an awesome looking shield. Double lined bolsters, bare end. And the 23 is a closed end knife, so the back spring and the blade tang come almost flush to the front of the knife, keeping debris out of that pivot. On the show side, or the mark side, just a very discreet cut swedge and a nail nick and plain satin. Mike likes to do no etch, but on the pile side, we're putting the old CK logo on them for collector knives. How about that? 8.5 pull, liner lock. Centering down the middle. Condition like new in the tube. What a beauty. That's a heck of a back pocket knife right there, boys. Your price on these, on this one, is going to be $240. $260 if you'd like it to come with an ApostleP Edge. That's the GEC Northfield number 23 Pioneer Trapper Mesquite. Next up, we're no longer in in Titusville, boys. We're running over to Bradford, PA, to W.R. Case & Sons Cutlery Company, one of their pocket-worn series. Inside the box comes the number TB612010L SS Tribal Lock in Whiskey Bone. Pocket-worn Whiskey Bone. Polished nickel silver bolsters, bare end. You have your Zulu spear blade, lock back, rock solid lockup, nice luxuriously smooth action, and then it clicks open with absolute authority. Beautiful knife. 4 1/16 inches closed. It's like new in the box. A beautiful knife designed by the legend who has left us, Tony Bowes, the old dog, but made in high volume production so we can all have access to his beauty. Your price on this one, $55, double nickels. $70 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as the Case Bowes Tribal Lock. Next up, every time I get one of their knives in, I always say I'm going to go up there and visit them. This is an offering from White River Knives in Michigan. This one, I guess, is like a dealer exclusive for foundry gear. Inside the box comes the Firecraft 4-inch. This is a really well thought out, well made knife from White River. Comes in a masterfully constructed Kydex sheath with a fire steel loop. And I'm sure you could tech lock this if you wanted to, but this one comes with the leather dangle. And inside the sheath comes this little beauty. Would you look at that? Now, this is a very rare White River Firecraft because it's in 3V. Okay, and look at that mirror stonewash they do. So 4 inches of blade, 5 inches of handle, and the handle is, I'll call it satin orange G10. You have a polished divot for your bow drill. You have a sharp radius in the spine for your fire steel. Nice generous lanyard tube and then aluminum tubes for your pins. Superb in hand, great jimping, just a super knife, guys. Very rare, hard to find. They were $255 when they were available online. They are gone. Your price on this one, and we're going to call it, like new in the box, $225, like it is. $245 with an Apostle P edge. And next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's going to show up in your inventory as the White River Firecraft 4-inch. Next up, a knife maker I've never seen or heard of, Sacha, S-A-C-H-A. This is his Puukko, and there's his maker mark emblazoned in the leather of the sheath. And there's his maker's mark. If I can get this to focus, there we go, right there above my thumb. So this Puukko is scaled in desert ironwood with simple aluminum pins. 01 blade steel. Looks like the stock is an 1/8. 90-degree spine. Scandi ground. Now this one's got a little use on it. It's been resharpened. It's got a little tip wear. Won't take much to bring that back to amazing. Blade length is 3 5/16. Handle length is 4 1/2. kind of a broom handle. As I say often, the human hand was designed specifically by God to hold onto a stick. Whoops, come on, baby. There we go. Nice little package for a bushcrafter. Let's see, this was $310 new from the maker. It can be yours in, we'll call it excellent condition. $200. $200 like it is, $220 with a fresh TheApostleP edge. That is the Sacha Puukko. Next up, the one non-knife in tonight's sale, but it is a knife accessory. And I don't know who the maker was, but this, guys, is a beautiful knife roll. Just a wraparound thong to close it up. So the height of the knife roll, 6 7/8. It has 5 pockets, and they are 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. So 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. Beautiful leather. I mean, gorgeous. Nice finish on the skin side and nice and soft flesh side. Very supple. Doesn't look like it's hardly been used. And then you just tie it up like your horse, right? In the old Western movie. No need to knot it. Just beautiful. Your price on this one, $30, guys. $30 shipped, priority mail. And this is in your inventory as leather knife / tool roll. Next up, got one from the Benchmade Knife Company, Oregon City, Oregon. It's the 318-2 Proper. And this is a first production run of the brass-lined carbon fiber handled Proper. Clip point blade. I didn't bother to read that serial number. Perhaps you can. And it's got that sort of, I don't know, that sort of yellow wash over the stonewash finish to kind of tie in with the brass liners. So we're going to say the pull is about a 7, and as I always say, the walk and talk is proper, which means it sucks like every Proper. Blade is down the middle of the blade well, though. It does lock up nice and solidly. Doesn't take much to push it off the stop, though, as is usual. Blade steel on these S90V. 3 7/8 inches of closed length. Condition on this is near mint to like new in box. You can buy these not first production run, but the normal productions are available at your favorite web retailer for $139, or you can buy this first production run knife in near mint to like new condition, shipped priority mail for $115. $115 like it is, $140 with an TheApostleP edge. That's in your inventory as the Benchmade 318-2 Proper CF. Next up, from Spyderco, we have a pretty cool knife. Smock plain CPM 20CV. What? Yeah, this was a dealer exclusive sprint run for Knife Joy. Look at that. It doesn't have the carbon fiber over G10 laminate handle. That is polished black G10. And how cool does that look? You got that lovely low profile smock flipper, button actuated compression lock. Super cool blade shape. In 20 CV. Lock up rock solid. Action's beautiful. Blade centering's perfect. I like that knife. So, Knife Joy no longer has these in stock. Who knows if they'll ever be made again. This one is like new in the box, and it can be yours for $200. $200 like it is, $225 with a fresh TheApostleP edge, which can be applied tomorrow. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Smock 20 CV. Next up, guys, I am not much of a knife pimper fan, but this little Spyderco is so cool, I just want to hug it. It is a pair 3 K390. Okay, inside the box, you're going to find the original lanyard tube and the original pocket clip. We do not have the original scales, okay? But it's got some pretty special ones. This package, I'm telling you what, guys, it's so cool. Check it out. So it's kind of like, I don't know, is it a Ranger green canvas micarta? Who knows what it's going to age into. In place of the lanyard, we have a copper lanyard tube stop, okay? Because you don't want a lanyard on this knife. That little touch of copper with that green canvas looks so cool. Then you got a titanium deep carry pocket clip. And yes, you still have that K390 blade, which has like no edge wear. Nice and free action. Rock solid lockup. Dead center. I'm calling this like new as modified, okay? What a cool knife. Oh, look at that. No lefty holes in the micarta. Oh. See, that's going to save me from myself. $200 like it is. $225 sharpened. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight. That's the Spyderco Pair 3 K390. Got to turn the page. Oh. Next up, a nuddin from Spyderco. We have a Shaman plain Rex 45. Just a Shaman plain Rex 45. Burnt orange satin finish G10 handle, polished clip, and a beefy, luscious, awesome blade of CPM Rex 45. Ah, look, I just cut myself. That's a toothy, sharp edge. Wow. I mean, I had barely any pressure at all. Snappy action. Rock solid lockup. And beautiful centering. Condition on the Shaman, like new in the box. I think they're probably out of stock everywhere. I think they're kind of desirable. I think you can have this one, blood starting to appear, for $250, $250, and $275 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. I think I just killed my sharpening marketing there, didn't I? Anyway, next day sharpening is available. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman BO for burnt orange, Rex 45. Next up, from Kizer Knives, we have a model KI3525A2 Yorkie, designed by Ray Laconico, and this one has a custom blue anode job, as indicated by its owner, not the factory blue. This is a custom blue. Okay. So the Yorkie flips better than that. There we go. It is on ball bearings, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it is. Look at that. Beautiful Ray Laconico blade shape. The blade on the Yorkie is just 2 9/16 inches in length. The handle, 3 9/16. The usual suspects, right? Titanium frame lock, steel lock bar insert, ball bearing flipper. Centers up nicely. That was a lock up. Well, doggone it, Rob. Quit licking your wounds and pay attention. Lockup's rock solid. Condition on this one, we're going to say like new in the box. Now, these are available in the factory finish for about $155 web pricing at your favorite online retailer, or just buy this one for $125, and then $145 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Kizer KI3525A2 Yorkie Cust Anno. Next up, oh my, would you look at that? Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. It is the Cold Steel number 29XXC, otherwise known as the Voyager X2. Yes, and this is, guys, look closely. Look closely. I think I see the word Japan. VG1 stainless steel. Old knife, and it's brand new. Japanese production, cold steel, VG1 steel, pinned construction, 6-inch blade, 7 1/4 inch handle, mid-lock lockback with a half stop for safety. Right. How's the action, you might want to know. It's beautiful. The lockup is rock solid. The blade centering, give it a little break. It's 6 inches of blade there. Okay, like new, beautiful example. No longer in production. I found these on eBay completed listings between $160 and $210. I guarantee you none of them was nicer than this. But this one can be yours for $150, then $180 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. I would probably not have me sharpen this just because it's historic. So yeah, the Cold Steel Voyager X2 Japan, $150 like it is, $180 sharpened. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6. Next up, if you bought that one, you should probably buy this one. This is a Cold Steel Medium Voyager. And this one, look at that, guys. This is probably even older than that X2. Stamped logo, VG1 stainless, made in Japan. Rock solid lockup. Very nice blade centering. Very nice action. Guys, these are so nicely made. So yeah, it's a Japanese Cold Steel Medium Voyager, 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Like new in box. This is the steal of the sale. $50. $50. $70 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Cold Steel Medium Voyager, Japan. Next up, our last Cold Steel. It's a Ti-Lite 6, or a 6-inch Ti-Lite, with the FRN handle. Reversible, oh, not reversible clip. How about that? No kidding. Thwacks open. That is 6 inches of Aus 8A. Robust liner lock. Beautiful lockup, beautiful action, beautiful centering. Might be a little to the right as you're looking at it. Condition absolutely like new. In the box. Your price, $45. How can that even be right? $45 like it is, like new in box, or $75 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Cold Steel 6-inch Ti-Lite. Next up, here is a very interesting and inexpensive knife. From SOG, it's the Slim Jim XL. So it's one of their folded steel handle lockbacks, but this is kind of a bigger knife. We're not sure the grade, but it's 420 stainless steel. The handle, the blade, 4 1/8 inches long. The handle, 5 3/16 inches. So you got a mid-lock mechanism, and it's got a spring assist, but it still takes a little thumb. Okay, it opens way easier than most lockbacks, but you see the spring assist. But it only springs to there, so it's just an assist. You still have to be a little purposeful. But a pretty cool knife, very slim profile. That tip-up pocket clip is reversible. Condition on this one is like new in the box. They're available on Amazon for $47, or just buy this one like new in the box for $35, shipped, priority mail. $55 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge, and that can be done next day, tomorrow, Friday the 26th, if you're one of the first 6. That is the SOG Slim Jim XL. Next up, what a cute little Gerber we have for you guys. It's the Harsey Air Ranger, another inexpensive knife, but so well designed by William Harsey. The handle scales are a hard anodized aluminum. The color of the anode very much to emulate natural titanium. The finish is a beautiful fine checkering. It's going to be tip down right hand clip. Non-assisted. Doesn't need to be. Blade steel is 7R17 MOV. Liner lock. Locks up securely. Centers up beautifully. The blade's 3 1/4 inches. The handle is 4 1/8. Blade rides on nylon washers. It's like new in the box. You can buy these new at your favorite online retailer for about $47, or just buy this one. All in, shipped, priority mail, $25. $25 like it is. $45 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Gerber Harsey Air Ranger. Next up, I think this is the cheapest knife in the sale. It's a Kershaw. It's from China. It is the Chill. The Chill I don't think gets enough love. Usually you find it like in a combo pack at Christmas time or something, But it's an R.J. Martin design. Doesn't flip that well. It's got an HCR13 blade. 3 1/4 inches long, 3 15/16 handle. Liner lock. It flips with a little wrist, right? Tip up right hand pocket clip. Lockup is secure. Centering is pretty doggone good. Condition is like new in the box. You can buy this knife for $27 on Amazon, or just buy this one for $20, and $8.45 of that is priority postage. Yeah, $20 like it is, $40 sharpened. Kershaw Chill. Next up, you're not going to believe this one, guys. Oh, come on now, come on. Another one from Kershaw. This one not made in China though. This is an American-made number 1620 BLK Scallion, and I want you to look at the date code. Yes, it says March of 06, and the knife is brand new. 420 HC, DLC coated blade, FRN handle, stainless steel liner lock. speed safe spring assist, flipper, perfect action, perfect lockup. I'll tell you what, that Shaman is still vexing me. I'm still seeping. Centering is very near perfect, hard to see, but it is. Condition is like new in the box, and the knife is 15 years old. How about that? The scallion is out of stock, at least in this configuration. When they're available, they were $37. Probably not making them anymore. This one can be yours. Like new in the box, $28, 28. $48 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Kershaw 1620 BLK scallion. Next up, from the Benchmade Knife Company, notice it's the older style box. Inside we have a 530 party axis. This knife, guys, if you don't know, those of you who are kind of late to the party, you heard of a knife called the Bug Out? Well, it was basically made on this platform. So the Bug Out is the 535. This is the 530. The concept, narrow profile, FRN handle, thin blade stock, easy to use axis lock, very lightweight, and super strong. But this one has that modified Pardue coffin handle and that bayonet ground faux dagger spear point in 154 cm. I think the blade length is 3 1/4. The handle just 4 1/8. And then look, when the knife is closed, everything lies in the handle so beautifully. So I don't think they're making this model anymore. Yeah, they're discontinued, out of stock. They're doing between $95 and $162 on eBay completed listings. This one is like new in the box. Perfect action, centering, lockup. Just a super example. How about $80? 80. $100 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Benchmade 530 Pardue. Next up, another old Benchmade box. This one says 551 Griptilian MDP. Yes, sirree, Bob. It is your garden variety standard Griptilian. Black Norrell GTX handle. Painted Emerson style clip. Drop point blade in 154 cm steel. Been around a while. If we look at the old style box, rock solid lockup. Beautiful action. Centering is close. Condition like new in the box. Let's see, current MAP pricing, minimum advertised pricing for the base model Griptilian is $120. They're in S30V now. This one's 154 cm. This one can be yours. A beautiful example, $85. 85 like it is. 105 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. Benchmade 551 Grip. Next up, well, we've seen a couple old Benchmade boxes. Now we got a really old Benchmade box. Inside it resides a 556S Mini Griptilian. Check it out, guys. Parkerized Emerson style clip that's been in the pocket just a little bit. Blade steel 440C. Combo edge. It's been used lovingly. It's been sharpened once or twice. Serrations are still pretty nice. A little bit of wear at the tip. Lock up nice and solid. Buttery. Centering very close. Man, what a nice little knife. No wonder they became world famous, huh? We'll call it excellent in box. Your price, $60, 60. $80 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Benchmade 556S mini grip. Next up, the saddest discontinuation in recent history for Benchmade. The knife, the McHenry & Williams 710 D2 axis lock. And again, old style box, brand new knife, guys. Look at the G10. No pocket wear. Painted clip, not a chip. D2 blade, 3 15/16 inches in length. Subtle recurve. Untouched. Lockup, rock solid. Action, beautiful. Blade centering, right down the middle. Condition like new, in box, discontinued. An icon of the tactical folder industry. One of the most famous folding tactical knives ever made. No longer in production. Your price, $175. $175 like it is $195 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Benchmade 710. Next up. All right. I need to just buy this. I'm giving you guys till 9/21. It's a knife that I love, but it's right hand only. The Spyderco Centofonte 3. It's such a beautiful knife, and it's I don't think they ever made anything else like it. That beautiful FRN handle, but it's got just a very fine molded in texture. The two swooshes molded in. The bright bug. But you got a right hand tip up only clip. And I just love the finish on this VG10. They did it just a little bit more polished than usual. Hollow saber ground, gorgeous detail in the hump of the blade and the peak over the spidey hole. Just such a cool knife. Lockup is rock solid. Action is silky smooth. Centering is very close. Condition is near mint to like new in box. They don't make them anymore. Your price, $60. $60. $80 with my edge. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6. But don't wait. $9.22. If it's not sold, I'm just going to keep it because it just needs to be on my shelf. I don't know. Anyway, you got 22 minutes. Next up, another one from Spyderco. Another one from Seki City. It's a Delica. Just a Delica 4. A black Delica 4. Black FRN. Volcano grip. VG10 blade. Saber ground. Unmolested and pristine. Did I detect? I thought I detected just... I thought there was some edge wear, but now I can't find it. So I don't know. Beautiful. It's near mint to like new. Your price. And by the way, it centers up. It locks up. Action's fine. $45. $65 with an Apostle P edge on a knife everybody needs one of. At least. That's the Spyderco Delica 4. $45 like it is, $65 sharpened. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6. And the last knife in the sale. Another Spyderco. Another one from Seki City. It's an Endura. Just an Endura. An Endura 4. In black FRN with volcano grip. Silky, smooth action. Beautiful centering. Rock solid lockup. VG10 blade. Flat saber ground. Ready to go to work. Condition like new in the box. Your price, $60. $60. $80 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Spyderco Endura 4. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking.